Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, May 13th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I pay attention in the moment so that I can honor my highest alignment and honor my values. Happy Friday the 13th. I think this day is a blessed day. And I think it's going to be how we utilize it because we are building to this eclipse. It is Sunday evening. Don't worry, I'll be with you through this weekend because this is some intense energy. So come check for the videos this weekend. But that being said, it's kind of quiet astro. Again, it's like pop your head up for air, tune into that energy in this. And at this time. But we also have a fast-moving yod working with the North Node, actually, working with the Sun and the North Node that are still working together at the beginning part of this day. They're going to be working together through the next few days, but we're still working at that 22 degrees at the first part of the day, feeding into this yod, which is pointing at the moon in Libra. The moon in Libra asking us, how do you find your way back to this equilibrium? How do you find your way back to harmony? How do you find your way back to balance? And part of this as well is finding our balance in our personal yin and yang energies. And anytime we have a Friday the 13th event, it's an event, I always think of goddess energy. Friday is named after a goddess. Depends which one you want to look at. I always think of Freya, but I know there's another one that I'm not thinking of right now. But Friday has goddess energy in it, and then 13 is a number of feminine energy, yin energy, goddess energy. And so it's a day where we can remember to utilize our yin to help shape our habits, shape our world, even help align and work with our thoughts. And so allowing that to be part of your value system today can be so potent. Speaking of which, Venus and Chiron will be working together with this eclipse energy on Sunday. So Venus is coming in for this conjunction with Chiron, offering healing of this yin energy in the sign of Aries within ourselves. So much power going on in today. Let's dig in. Let's dig into this yod. It's really calling to me. We have Mars, interestingly enough, Mars and Neptune feeding into the moon from Pisces, and then the Sun and the North Node feeding in from Taurus energy. And so the Taurus energy, that North Node, again, it's aligning our values. Taurus is ruled by Venus. I always say Taurus is ruled by Venus and Earth. So it's bringing that combination in there as well and being like, where can you value the Earth? Where can you value this energy? How it sources your life, right? And finding your balance in that, finding your balance into leaning into that. That's one of our major lessons between these eclipses and in the world right now is how can we lean more into the earth energy. And then we have that Neptune and Mars energy feeding in. Neptune in Pisces is going through, and it feels like just so slowly unwinding so many archaic philosophies, energies that we've had ourselves entwined with. And Neptune in Pisces also reminds us there's a divine unfolding that is happening. Mars in Pisces asks us, can you work in this alignment? Mars, I believe, does best when Mars listens to the yin energy, when Mars is able to listen through intuition and then come into that guidance. And it's feeling like if you can feed these principles into your day, you're going to be able to find that equilibrium within yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody in the world is going to be happy at you, but we've lived so long trying to please everybody in the world, and we see this doesn't work. Because what I believe it ultimately does is leads us into feeling unfulfilled, overworked, exhausted, not true to ourselves. So there is so much work that can be done in and through this energy. It's truly very, very, very potent. I'm also noticing at this moment that Lilith and Ceres are actually hanging out in Gemini together. And that's also feeling like the Lilith energy. Go your own way. Do your own thing. If you were to be mothered the way you needed for your highest soul, for your highest alignment, to be honored in your values, what would that look like? And that Ceres-Lilith combo is like asking us to lean into that in our personal nurturing. Besides this, the moon is also connecting with Saturn, and that gives us a taste of the shoulds. But Saturn in Aquarius is more of a rebel than any other Saturn placement. So this may be like, all right, I've tried to have my balance in the shoulds. What does it look like when I take myself out of the shoulds and work on my balance there? So there's so much that can be done. But you may find, like later in the evening, that energy surging. You may also find the frustration in it. You may find where you have been feeding, offering your life force, your energy to something else, somebody else. We are going to be building into a square with Pluto. That square is not going to happen till early on Saturday morning, but Pluto is where we give over that power. And so often we're trained to give our power to that conditioning. So be aware of that in the evening and then come back to those other principles. How do I align with the earth? How do I align with my earth rhythm? How do I align with the Neptune, that spiritual rhythm? So earth rhythm, spiritual rhythm, ding. Oh, we got it right. And then the Mars energy. Okay, this is my aligned action. That being said, I have another set of cards that are so amusing to me. I've been so amused with this. One upright, which is the adventure card. I always call this the Magic School Bus card. This card to me is about being willing to go into taking the road less traveled, going to the darker places, and realize there's all this light around, but there's definitely some magic school busing, adventure work to be gone into. And my feeling is that I'm getting with these cards, all in reverse, is that it's around these things, the Lovers, where we give our power away in relationship, projections, where we give our power away to people who project upon us, where we find ourselves out of balance in relationships and in these projections, receptivity, where we don't let ourselves in the yin, and receptivity, it's the Queen of Cups, where we don't allow our truest feelings. And then the innocence in reverse to me is feeling like where we need to grow up around this, where we may not necessarily take responsibility for these things, where we may need to call ourselves out a little bit in this energy. So it's definitely a power process. I'm going to leave you here for now. So good luck. Be gentle with yourselves. Everybody is feeling this. Everybody that I've talked to has gone down at least one time this week, so we're all feeling this. But besides all this, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.